is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
How good is that? It is Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie for your Wednesday podcast.
Hello.
Hey, I didn't know this,
what
but
is
there's a sporting event on at the moment.
Oh, the city to surf in Sydney?
No, Commonwealth Games.
Oh, okay. No, Olympics is my final answer.
Oh, is it? Gotcha.
Paris, 2024.
You know what? We try to find the humorous side of the Olympics.
We love a
And
laugh.
Kate's found one, which turned out to be quite serious, to be honest with you.
Got you guys.
But I do. I love a laugh. A laugh a day will keep the doctor away, Kate. So I hope that you can keep me back from seeing the bloody GP.
I just like stories about love.
You do, but this is about sneaking into the Olympic Village, which is highly illegal. And if you do that, there is a major chance that you will be shot on the spot.
Or it could be about sneaking out. I'm so confused.
Ooh, sneaking in and sneaking out, sneaking back in and out.
Wow. Couple of sneakies in the podcast.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Let's talk about Travis Barker, exceptional drummer for Blink-182. He's very good at what he does. Now, this is an interesting one because this is at a charity auction, but Travis Barker has sold his extremely rare Qantas boarding pass for more than $12,000 at a charity auction.
Why is it rare?
I don't know. I think it's rare because the plane took off on time.
Oh, hang on a minute. It's not Jetstar. Mate, is it because... Was it Blink-182 who had... There was the plane accident? Like one of them died?
No, yes.
Who was that?
Yeah, so this was Travis Barker. So this is why I think it is rare.
Because he doesn't fly.
No, because he was involved in a small plane accident a long time ago.
And somebody died, didn't they?
I think there was a moment in the band's history a while ago where he couldn't fly. That was like Adele, isn't it? Adele has to catch...
I don't like flying.
She jumps on a P&O ship, I think, and just cruises around the world to do a tour.
If you've seen Ed Sheeran's doco Songwriter, his mate, who's the producer, doesn't like flying. So Ed says, don't worry about it, we won't fly. And they get on a cruise ship, like a Carnival cruise, and they cut off a section of the boat for Ed Sheeran and set up a studio in one of the rooms. And for 2 months they're at sea, trying to get from, I don't know, England to New York.
You're kidding me.
While on this ship because the mate won't fly. Okay. What a good egg is Ed Sheeran. You'd do that for me, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would do that for sure. I'd love to get on a cruise ship. No, Lizzie sent this through. He suffered intense burns to his body, hence all his tattoos, and his best friend passed away in that plane accident.
Oh, my God.
Now, on the boarding pass, he's written on there, I know I've got angels watching over me. Oh. With a cross, and he's drawn a cross on there. He sold that for $12,000.
I probably still can't see it, the value in it.
I mean, it's business class. It's Sydney to Perth.
Oh, the 7E.
He's sitting in seat 7E.
Oh, that's nice.
Where do you frame that? Do you put that up in the pool room? Hey, guys, fellas, come and have a look at this. Travis Barker's boarding pass.
I don't reckon it's turning too many heads, to be honest. Like if you go down to the pool room and there's a footy jersey that's been signed.
Messi, signed by Messi.
Travis Barker.
That one there, Tom Brady. That's a gridiron ball signed by Tom Brady.
Yeah. What else have he got?
Boarding pass, Travis Barker, Sydney, Perth.
Yeah. And that was the most expensive item in the room. I mean, come on.
Is this a Michael Jordan rookie card from 1984? Yeah, signed.
Wow.
What's this?
Travis
7E business class. Travis Barker, drummer, Blink-182.
Yeah, and it's got a cross drawn on it. So that's a unique one. He's never drawn a cross on another boarding pass, and you won't find it anywhere else.
So, look, for anyone out there, my advice is to hold on to your boarding passes because eventually they might be worth quite a bit of money.
Maybe.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Kate's got an update on action out of the Athletes Village.
Yes, I know. This is not. This isn't out of the pool, but the Brazilian Olympic swimmer. There's a man and a woman, right? And this is where I'm confused, and I'm going to need a further update on this. But one of the Olympic swimmers has been sent home because she broke some rules and snuck her boyfriend in where he wasn't meant to go.
Oh,
but it turns out he's a swimmer as well.
Oh.
but he was only given a warning. If I've got these details correct.
Oh, that's wrong.
So he continues on and she's been sent home. I mean, I think she's threatening legal action and there will be further discussion once she's home.
Well, it's flashbacks, isn't it? When the boys used to sneak into the girls' dormitory on the school camp. This is flashbacks.
So whose fault is it? Do you think it's the person that does the sneaking in or the sneaker?
What's interesting here too is like the Australian athlete who's got COVID and couldn't compete.
Oh, no.
Could you imagine training all your life and then you make a decision to sneak into your boyfriend's dorm and you get sent home?
And it's not a lifelong relationship. What if this is just a boyfriend or a girlfriend?
It's just like friends with benefits.
Big question is it worth it?
Yeah.
Is it worth it?
Is he a gold medal?
It never is.
Sometimes love is worth it, Kate.
Yeah.
But most of the time.
If I said to you, Kate, you could have like a boyfriend or a gold medal, what would you choose?
Oh, I'd go a boyfriend every day of the week.
See, there you go. I knew it. Well, that explains the story then, Kate.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
This is exciting because Kate's never played a team sport. We're going to put her on a soccer team. She wants to get off the sideline and run
team,
out
not
with
a
the
soccer
girls.
team, mate.
I said a soccer team.
That's what I do here.
You ready with the suckers?
No, look, I'd actually like to hear people's opinion on this as well. When I was talking about the fact that I hadn't played team sport at home the other night with my mother, she was very defensive about the fact that I was part of a dancing school, Mary Easton Dance Studio, in the Liverpool and Glenfield area.
Yeah.
And she said, but isn't that team sport?
No.
I said, well, look.
What style of dance was it, Kate?
It kind of is. I did ballet, tap and jazz.
No.
Wow.
I'm a very good tap dancer.
Well,
but
which will come in handy with your soccer skills.
Yeah, nimble on my feet.
Could we do the soccer and then the tap dancing after that?
That's not bad.
What are you doing there? What was that?
What was what?
Because I'm going to call you out if you don't call yourself out.
I don't know what you're talking
the little
about.
gesture you did there.
I've got absolutely no idea what you're talking about. What's great is we got so many calls of teams saying, hey, we're got a spot for Kate Ritchie.
We're called the Menai Hawk Senior H Division. A brand new team last year. About 95% of the team haven't played before, and 35 to 45-year-olds.
Well, I coach the Mutt Hammers team. We could put you probably in the wings, or you can have a go up front as a striker, have a bit of fun. We're in there for the laugh.
We're called Normanhurst Eagles.
Oh, the Eagles.
Over 40s. Forget about the Hawks. You want to soar like an eagle, Kate.
We play for North Turramurra Football Club. We've created our own little team, the Sparkles. We bring out the face glitter. We bring out the gems on our hats. We've got the bright pink socks. It's all about fun.
What surprised me was the focus on alcohol with these teams.
Well, there was, and that's not what I'm there for.
No,
I'm there for
performance.
I want to be there for the joy of being part of a team. My daughter is now playing team sport, and I see what she gets out of it. And I am getting down to the pointy end, and I am flattered to the thank you to the people who have got involved and wanted to have me on their team, because I didn't think we would have as many people keen to have me
you know what?
take to the field. Have we got some more people?
Yeah, we do. We need to make a decision tomorrow.
Oh,
right,
really?
so this is the last chance for people to put their hand up and say, hey, we've got a spot for Kate, we'd love her on the team. Vanessa and Ryde, you'd like Kate to join you, Ness?
Yes, I would love for Kate to join our team.
What is it? What are you called, Ness?
We're called West Ryde Rovers.
Oh, the
And I'm
Rovers.
the coach of the team, the Rovers in West Ryde. Look, they're a bit shaky at the moment. They're not really on a winning streak, but I'm sure if we have Kate on, she will be amazing.
Yep.
It's a team of 9-year-olds. If you don't want to be part of that, we can co-coach together to be part of that, feeling of winning and everything.
You can co-coach.
They got a great barbecue every Sunday.
Do you need
Amazing.
Do you need a bit of aggression in your side, Vanessa? Because that's what she'll bring.
We need aggression, and we need the cheer squad, and we need that team spirit,
Okay.
Yeah, we
Get
need
them all together.
Sounds like
Especially
you
when the
pretty
game-
much need everything.
Okay.
That's why you've got everything. I heard about the tap dancing, so you can show us some skills with everything.
Yes, please.
Vanessa, I love you. What about Zoe in Seaforth? Good morning, Zoe.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, that's all right. Who do you play for? Are you sure you're brave enough to have me take to the field?
Look, I'm very passionate about my my team. I play for Seaforth Football Club in the Northern Beaches.
Yep.
The girls on my team and at the club have always been considered family for me. Some of us have even been playing together since we were 5, so we'd love to have you join our little community.
Okay, and what's the age group at the moment?
So we're playing in all ages.
Yep.
We have quite a different range of skill level on our team, but we have only lost 2 games this season with 3 to go until the semis. So
Oh, gosh. Serious
it's a bit
team.
competitive.
What's your colours, though?
We're white, so we stand out in every single field.
Great. And have you got a mascot, though, with the C4 Footy Club, or...?
Look, I'd probably say my parents are my mascot, to be honest.
Yep.
Yep, all right,
Okay,
we can
sound
do that.
very
I like
serious.
her. She is.
Like her.
Marie in French's Forest. Who do you play for, Marie?
Hi, I'm calling on behalf of my daughter Sophia. She heard you on Monday, Kate, and she wanted to call, but she had to go to school, so she asked me to pass on the message.
Okay, what is it?
She wanted to invite you to play with her with the Wakehurst Tigers at French's Forest.
Right,
She said that you're from Campbelltown, and so this can be your home and away from home team.
Oh, I get it.
That's nice. That's a beautiful tie-in,
That's
Marie.
a lovely
it's
tie-in. Where do you think I'd fit in on the field, or where does your what kind of position is your daughter offering me?
Yeah, so the catch is that they play for 12 and under, but Sophia is certain she can get an exception for you. They are undefeated. They've been training and playing extremely well, so they can teach you a couple of moves.
Yeah.
Okay.
What if I ruin it, though?
Well, if they're
there's a
12
lot
and
of
under-
pressure. Don't I want to go into a team that really, needs
Underdogs.
I need to play for the underdog, because if I go in and ruin somebody's season,
Yeah, undefeated team. Enter
Well,
Kate
it's-
Ritchie.
Well,
team
if they're
goes
12
down.
and under, they might be a bit advanced for you, Kate.
oh, is that right? I'd be the same height. I don't think you'd spot that I wasn't 12.
Height's not an
do you
issue.
think?
You've got a lot of work to do having a look at these
Speed.
teams
Overnight,
today.
I think what we do, and keep them coming. You do have the chance today to direct message us. I'll go through the list. I've got a dry mouth. I think I'm getting nervous.
This is
I
great.
will go through the list. And are we making a decision tomorrow, Tommy?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Have you got a pair of footy boots?
No.
Well, that's anyone wants a sponsor, Deodora or Lotto, or if there's anyone out there, Umbro.
Yeah. Well, I'll need foot. I need the
the hot
shin.
kit.
I need the shin pads.
Well, that's right.
I need the shorts.
Adidas Copa Mundials or anything like that.
And do you know what else I want to do?
Oh, here we go.
I want to wear, when the Matildas are playing. Yeah. It's all about the costume.
It's not a fashion program.
Not the costume, the uniform.
Yep.
When they wear the little bun and then they wear like a little elastic headband around their
yeah,
head
the
that keeps the
headband.
flyaways away.
So true.
Like
yeah.
like the girls
That's
in
the
the
most
Matildas.
excited I've seen you on this topic, talking about how you're going to do your hair on the day.
You mean the most excited you've ever seen me on this show?
Yes, I think so, Kate Ritchie. Don't undersell it. All right, the Matildas are playing tomorrow morning, so I will be staring at their hairstyles, knowing that Kate Ritchie will run out for a team here in Sydney. So.
Oh, and the deep heat too. I need someone in the
Okay.
sheds with the deep heat.
Well, Jason the trainer might come along. Jason with the Y. He might be able to give you a rub down beforehand. The big decision. Which team will Kate play for tomorrow on the show?
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
We're back to school, guys. Holidays are finished, but one woman who's still thinking about the holiday. It's been described as a holiday from hell. Poor Amy Wells. You're not going to believe what happened to bloody Amy.
Oh, not Amy.
She's had a stinker. Damn Amy. She went... they don't actually go into where she was. Oh, she was in the Dominican Republic.
Oh, it's what a great time of year to be over there.
Do you know, it is, mate, but at the same time, it was only 4 days after her birthday, and she's had a horrendous reaction to a mosquito bite.
Oh.
We know that mozzies are the number one killer of any bug or animal in the world.
It
Did
is.
she have her vaccinations? Don't
Yes.
you tend
I
to have
haven't
to...
had a chance to talk to Amy prior
She's
to
a
this
cooker,
article.
Kate. She was a cooker. Doesn't believe in it. Anti-vax. God, yeah, mozzies. I do freak out with mozzies now.
Yeah, I mean, malaria is the big one.
The other one is Ross River as well.
Yep.
And like those diseases, like you just don't have any energy for months and months. I think Tom's got it now.
Well, I hope so. I hope there's a reason. Dr. Chris Brown, if you're familiar with him, one of the most famous vets in this country, he had malaria 1 year with the City to Search. Remember that, Fitz? I reckon
That's
he
right.
got carried away in an ambulance and then we reran the race just so he could finish.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, we did, because Brownie passed out.
He's mad for an excuse, though.
You
isn't
reckon
he?
that's what it was?
I've got malaria. Oh, okay.
The worst thing about it, everyone thought he'd had a big night the
I
night
know.
before.
But then they looked at him and went, no, you don't even drink, do you? Here's the thing. I'm going to show you photos of what happened to poor Amy Wells. She's only 37 years old.
Just
Swelling?
37.
The face looks like she's been stung by 1,000 bees.
She's lost all her hair.
The hair's fallen out.
What?
Her legs have gone red and scaly.
Oh, that looks
like she's a burns victim.
My gosh.
It looks like something's eating that
It
skin.
looks like it's eating, like a flesh-eating bug, and that was from one mozzie. I mean, on a lighter note, my poor wife Lisa in Port Douglas, where we went, staying at the Mirage there, where everyone gets a bit of pink eye from the poo in the pool, she got bitten by a spider on La Touche. And
what did it do? Because those
bottom.
it wasn't a white tip, was it?
I
Because
don't know.
That's reoccurring.
It flares
Is it?
up.
Yeah, that's why you have to shake your sheets before you
So-
bring them in off the line.
she was sitting by the pool and she was a little bit niggly on the seat, and I thought, have you not wiped your bottom properly? Have you got worms?
It's
You
not
know-
Francesca. You don't
No.
have to speak to your wife the way you speak to
I
your
said, "Darling,
3-year-old.
have you got worms?"
Stop picking
She was
your bum.
she was almost dragging her bum across the tiles, and I said, "Are you okay?" She was dancing in her seat. She said, "No, I've just got a bit of an itch on my cheek, on my right cheek." And I said, "Oh, okay, that's right." Yeah, she just went back in the pool. Anyway, by the night, she said, "I think I'm in a bit of trouble." So I'm going to show you here a photo which I've edited slightly, so we're
So
not
she
revealing.
had fang marks on her buttock.
No,
Is
she.
that from you? I don't want to look at Lisa's bottom.
Wow,
I mean, I'm
well,
sure
that
it's
looks
a
like
lovely
that
bottom.
looks like a set of teeth.
No, it's. You'll see here, it's quite raised, and it's almost come to a head.
It looks like a nipple.
I
It does
feel
look like a big nipple.
uncomfortable looking at that
Why?
because that's your wife's bottom.
You can't see anything.
Yeah, come on, Kate.
It's on the
Hey,
cheek.
All right, show me.
It's
We're
not
all-
close to the hole.
We're all friends now.
Oh, that looks nasty.
And she then could not sit down the following 2 days. I wasn't laughing. I didn't laugh. Not
I mean,
once.
You don't want to go on holidays and get bitten by something.
And then it turned into, honey, can you grab that for me? No, why? Well, you're already standing up. You're already standing up. You go and do that.
We used to go to a place called Ardrossan every year with
Oh, yeah.
family and friends, and the kids were mucking around with me, and they pushed me into an ant mole.
hill.
Yeah, a hill. And I would have only been in there for 2 or 3 seconds, Kate, freaking out, screaming. But I got bitten by about 7 or 8
Did
bull
you?
ants. Yeah, that was extreme pain.
That is painful.
Entertaining for everyone who was there around the bonfire, but for me it was, and that was welts as well.
Face is still a bit swollen.
Maria in Dulwich Hill, what bit you, Maria?
A huge spider.
Oh, do you know what it was, Maria? Did they track down what type of spider it was?
No, they didn't, because I was screaming, crying, and I think my foot started to swell. So my parents put me in the car and rushed me to the hospital.
My gosh, that is a horrible story. And what happened? What was the end result, Maria?
Well, it was horrible because I was living on a farm at the time, and we had a swing. The swing was
Swing,
under
yep.
the tree. A swing.
Yeah.
Swing. We were under the swing was done under the tree for us to play, and there was a coffee tree. You know, a plant.
Yeah, the coffee tree. Yeah.
Next to the swing, next under this tree.
Sounds beautiful. Yeah.
And the spider was under, in the
Better
coffee
check
tree
under the
there,
swing.
and got my foot.
Oh,
And then I come and rush to the house crying, and my parents didn't know. They were not concerned which, kind of spider. They just want to save my life.
yeah,
Rushed into the
save your life,
hospital.
Maria. I told you about my uncle at he wrote his own obituary
That's
at
right.
his funeral.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and he got his best mate to read it out, Kate, and he told a story of when he went to Vietnam and served for this country, and they had to dig their own beds every night.
Yeah.
So they didn't get the crossfire. And he woke up in the middle of the night and he felt something crawling underneath his shirt.
Oh, that's right.
And he found out it bit him twice.
What was it?
And it was the world's most deadly centipede.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Big, like it's big.
I did some research on it after. It's massive. So he then had to get out of there, get it out of, and he had to go. That's where he went home because he said it was the worst pain he ever experienced in his
my
life.
God.
And he never told anyone in his life.
No.
Kept
What a
it to
great
himself.
story.
Well, he was married to Maria, but Gabby in Forestville. Hello.
Good morning, guys.
Something bit your ex, did that, Gabs? Sorry to hear.
Yeah, oh, such a pity. No, he went to the UK for his grandparents' funeral. While he was over there at the wake, he was just sitting on the ground, and this tiny little Maltese terrier, it just ran up and it got him on the face, but right on the mouth. Yeah, it took out his 4 front teeth and actually separated his top lip. He had to go in for reconstructive surgery on his face.
Oh, Gabby.
That is
And
vicious.
was that the moment you left him, Gab, or was that...
It was a good party story. He used to tell me it had happened when he was a little bit younger. But yeah, no, he had all the scars to prove it all around his mouth.
I mean, if he's an ex, it's such a shame that happened to him, isn't it, Gab?
Let's go to Bim now in Rosebery. Hi, Bim.
Good morning, Fitzy, Wippa and Kate.
Oh, g'day.
You've got a crazy story about a bite for us, Bim.
I have a bit of a weird one. So I was lying by a pool in Thailand and I felt a sharp pain on my right calf. And it ended up being what I found out was a black fly, because a year later I was back in Thailand, fortunately having a holiday, and the pain and then the itchiness reoccurred. And then the lump came up again like it was fresh. So I went to a dermatologist and they said it was actually a black fly bite, but every year around the time that I got bitten, it reoccurs and it comes back up and it's inflamed and itchy. So I have seen a doctor. It's been about 5 years.
Wow.
And eventually I'll probably have to have something done to it to cut it out. But
I've never heard of that, Bim. I mean, I thought we know
like
the
a
March
March
fly.
something like that. You do hear about the reoccurring
sandflies,
injuries, yeah.
Yeah, it's not nice.
Bim.
And it's, reminder of a nice holiday, but, it's weird.
Does the family gather around your calf every year and go, well, here it comes?
Here it is.
That time of the year.
We have a little poolside celebration, and we no, not really.
Well done, Bim.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast. Kate Ritchie's
Theme Queen.
Oh, it's that time of the week, guys. Buckle in. Welcome to round 23 of Theme Queen. I'm your host.
What have you written?
I haven't written this. I'm your host, and if I were a booger, you'd pick me first.
That's a dad joke.
Kate Ritchie.
Yeah, she's knuckle deep at the moment.
You know that the game is very simple. There are 3 rounds. Each round there are 3 songs, and of course the 3 songs are connected by a very interesting theme.
Yeah.
We start out quite simple, just to warm you up on a cold Sydney morning.
Nice.
And they will get harder. Please let me play all of the songs, or at least not all of the songs. Enough of the songs so you can get involved. Round number 1.
Here we go.
Song number 1.
Okay.
Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
Yes,
What a
please.
great song. Okay, song number 2.
Yep. Is this No Doubt or Gwen?
It's Gwen Stefani.
Gwen.
We have it on.
Okay.
We have the non-explicit version that we play in the car.
Do we have to wait for the third?
Yes, we do, mate. Song number 3. Okay, jump in when you're ready.
I can't spell, so I don't know.
Fitzy.
Well, it's just spelling out the name of the song.
When you answer, though, can you not play It's Just
Well,
This?
come on. It's...
Okay, are you warmed up?
Or why don't you play a different part of the song instead of just playing the answer for
Tommy,
us?
can we have this meeting after 9
it's an after 9 meeting, I think.
Yeah, we don't do the on-air check.
You know, it's an air check, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Very interesting. It's round number 2, song number 1.
Who's that? Ellie Goulding.
Or Goulding, I guess.
Yeah.
What?
Haven't heard from her for a
What
while.
is this song? Okay, next one.
Song number 2.
Yeah, that's Rita Ora.
Yes. Married to Taika.
That's a great song.
It is a great song. She has quite a few good songs. Song number 3.
No, that song over.
And that's Taylor Swift.
We're not so clever now, are we, guys?
Because I was going to say British artists,
And then we threw Taylor in.
And then you threw Taylor.
What else do they have in common?
Female solo artists.
Ooh, that could be correct if that was the answer we were looking for. I don't particularly like this round because what ties them together
breasts
doesn't have a lot to do with their music.
I know. They all dated Calvin Harris.
Fitzy, all right. And as we move into round number 3, song number 1.
Oh, is that Matchbox 20?
Rob Thomas, Santana.
Okay, love it. Yep.
Song number 2.
The Jackson 5.
They've all got numbers in the band name.
No, that's not it. Do you want to listen to song number 3?
Just please, Katie.
Oasis.
Oh, we're very focused on the band names at the moment. Maybe we should have a think about the song titles. What have we got? Let's go back to song number 1 again.
What's this song called?
What is it?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
Let's forget about it.
What's the name of the song, mate?
Tommy, do you know what the name of the song is?
What's the name of the song, mate?
Are you asking
Smooth.
me?
Yeah.
Smooth.
Why are you getting so angry
Because
at
you're not
me?
answering me.
Because I don't want to give it away.
Well, I don't have the answer.
What's Jackson 5? What's the name of the Jackson 5 song? ABC.
Smooth.
ABC.
ABC. And then song number 3 by Oasis.
Champagne Supernova.
They're all radio stations.
Gee, I love this time of the week.
You right, mate? Here we go. Everything all right?
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Hey, we were talking about a day on the plate the other day. Celebrity day on a plate, and we have a bit of a chuckle about it. And Pete Evans, Kourtney Kardashian did one as well. You do have a chuckle. I read out an Australian skateboarder's day on a plate who loves peanut butter and jam on her sandwiches. And she basically has 2 big meals a day with bagels and white bread.
Lots of hydration.
And the nutritionist said, maybe you should switch to multigrain and have some seeds in there.
Wow.
Well, they've revealed some of the breakfast of champions with some of the Olympians at the moment. So I want to. This is great because we all watch the Olympics and go, what could we do? I mean, I was watching archery the other night and I said I could do that.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, I was good at archery. I won an award on Hamilton Island.
Did you, mate?
For archery.
How did you end up on Hamilton Island doing archery?
I went on holidays with Emily Simons, who plays Marilyn on Home and Away, and her boyfriend at the time, and we went to Hamilton Island and we did archery and I won an award.
Wow.
Richie. In my 20s.
Gosh, I bet
not long ago.
She would have used the bow and arrow on a few of her exes. Hey, let's go through. Luke Williams is a triathlete for Australia, 28 years of age. I love this because if you think that you're going to be an Olympian one day, have a listen to Luke's diet. He has 2 cups of cornflakes and whole milk for breakfast. Then he backs it up with a bit of carbs and protein. He has 2 salami and cheese sandwiches and a cake bite at 10 a.m. Then he's off for a 9.5 kilometre run, followed by a quick protein shake, then a trip to a cafe for a latte and a piece of cheesecake.
Oh, wow.
And I'm a bit of a sweet tooth as well, he says. I ate 5 cookies during the day and a handful of gummy candies. Candy sits better in the stomach than gels or liquid carbohydrates, he said. So
Or you can have lollies.
That's where he gets his sugar hit.
you could be a triathlete and eat cheesecake.
I had no idea.
Well, you're burning a lot of calories.
you're fine. Can't you eat what you want?
Hayley Batten is a mountain biker for the US. She loves her carbohydrates as well, and she says, my training sessions go for about up to 5 hours. After that, I like to get a bit of carbohydrates in there with some carbohydrate drink mix, gels, and Pop-Tarts.
Oh.
I love Pop-Tarts.
Who's eating Pop-Tarts?
Is it
Ollie had one in the office the other day like a child.
Just on mountain biking, it's not really an endurance sport, is it?
Have you ever tried to mountain bike?
But these mountain bikers, aren't they just going downhill?
No, it's hard on the arms, mate.
Yeah, but they're not going uphill.
You break. Oh, yeah, there are moments.
Do you know what a mountain looks like?
Yeah.
Up.
Yeah, but the
down.
race is down. They're not racing up the hill.
Aren't they?
No. That's the cycling.
I love this one. Chuck Aoki. He's 33, Paralympian, wheelchair rugby. He says, my breakfast is turkey sausage, hash browns, scrambled eggs and hot sauce. He said, gels are too slimy for me as a snack, so when I need a sugar hit...
A hooker When I need a hooker shit. What? You right, mate? How's everything going this morning?
When I need a quick energy fix, I have a hooker. So when I need a sugar hit, he reaches for Skittles.
Love Skittles. Can I also say, on a sadder note, I took a screenshot of this last night emotionally as I lay in bed and
was it your dinner?
Thought deeply about it. No, the pastry chef who invented the tiramisu, he died at age 81 yesterday. So rest in peace, tiramisu creator.
Gary...
Why are you looking at that in bed? Is that like your...
Tiramisu? Who doesn't like tiramisu?
Gary Tiramisu's dead.
Yes, he's dead.
No. But he's probably one of... It's like everyone invented everything. He didn't invent
he's
tiramisu.
The tiramisu guy. It dies.
That's a pretty good dessert.
It's not bad,
to invent, isn't it?
Oh, my God. You don't want it too flat. I like it spongy and quite high.
Oh, my God.
Rest in peace, tiramisu.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Ozzy Osbourne's come out and apologised to Britney Spears because he had a go at her about her dance videos. He said, do something different. It's the same dance every day.
No, you did not have a go at Britney Spears.
And he apologised, Ozzy.
So he should.
Which we've been waiting for that for quite a while. So thank you to the Osbourne family.
That feels good, doesn't it? I loved watching Ozzy Osbourne trying to light a fire on the beach one time, and the waves kept crashing and putting his fire out. And he stood there yelling at the ocean, telling it to go back to Alaska. I thought, you're doing well, aren't you, Ozzy? You're doing
he's had a
well.
crack over the years, Oz.
Oh, my
God.
God.
A real crack with Black Sabbath.
Can he talk? It just turns into one giant mumble. Let's stick with Britney because she's had a bit of a rough time, as we know, but this has come as a surprise to even her that her house is up for sale.
What is the dad selling it?
Well, it's not actually. Somebody has decided to put a house on for sale. It's on the market. Just out of California here, guys. For under $9 million, you can buy Britney's house.
Do you know what? It's funny, those big houses over there in LA.
Yeah, they don't interest you. They're too big for you. You want it to feel homely.
But they still have a bit of a retro look, don't they?
Yeah,
that's a Tuscan-style house.
Yeah, Tuscan. I don't like the Tuscan style.
That's what ours is.
You look at a house that big, and even if you had the money, I mean, the upkeep.
Oh, my God. Think of the bloody land tax,
Imagine the gardeners.
You need a pool, boy.
You're sounding like my dad.
Yeah.
That's what he always does. Imagine the taxes on it, mate. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. So Britney has had to contact authorities and say that the property is actually not for sale. It wasn't me. Someone stitched me up. Oh. The house is not being sold.
And stop coming to the house. I mean, it's one of those things in the old days, you break up with someone and you sign them up for Reader's Digest or something.
Yeah, that's
funny.
It's so funny.
It could be, a funny thing. You could sign someone's house up for sale and everyone would turn up to have a look at it on a Saturday morning.
We did it to the principal's car on the last day of school. He had a Mini Minor and we put it up for sale in the paper, which was really funny.
With his phone number.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Cool.
So everyone was calling him going, hey, mate, I want to come and have a look at the car. And he was saying, oh, the bloody kids have got me a beauty. The Year 12 guys, the whole school was laughing. I'm still laughing, but more on the inside.
I love times
laughter.
like that because it's jovial.
Yes.
It's you forget about your life, like you forget about the mundane life that you have.
Yeah, when you're laughing,
and you have a laugh.
I've got to get out of here because I'm off to start training for my soccer.
That sounds like a laugh
Catching
as
a
well.
train.
Oh no!
Good bands.
Oh yes.
Good bands.
Just trying to get out of here.
Where are you going
I am. I'm going to train.
Where are you
I'm training. I'm going to catch it right through to MacArthur.
With Jason
I meant to get off at Lamia. I fell asleep and ended up at MacArthur Square.
I used to get my hair cut around
Red
the corner
card.
This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
I don't know. You might be into something. This is an interesting one, but a son has written something. This is his father. His father travels quite a bit for work, and he collects all the shampoos from the hotels he stays at. The son says this. So that's in the bathroom at their house.
Who has a bathroom that size with enough shelving for all those bottles?
He said the weirdest thing about it is that my old man's bald. But he just loves collecting the shampoos from hotels.
Do you know who else does that? A woman by the name of Christine Whipfley. she would
does
have.
she collect them, or does she just steal them and put them all into her
I
little...
think that's what she likes, the
little
idea
bag.
of stealing. And then at home, there's like drawers of, what is it, Molten Brown or...
Oh, yeah, that's one of them. That's a classic.
It's like shampoos, a fine range of shampoos and conditioners and body washes.
I've got another one for you. Jonathan Meyer is his name. He's from the Netherlands. Congratulations, because his interesting addiction has now... Well, he's now got a Netflix documentary on him because he's got an addiction of... He's fathered as many as 1,000 children.
Okay, so
what's his addiction?
He loves to donate.
To ladies or to banks?
To banks. Now, it's got to the point, because there's a Netflix documentary about him, it's got to the point where there's so many kids out there, they think it's actually more than 1,000, that he's been taken to court and been told to stop because it might get to the point where...
Crossbreeding.
There could be crossbreeding and ancestry involved.
Yeah, you actually have to be very careful about those kind of things in countries where the population is low. I even know in a place... Who was I talking to about it? In Iceland, they actually have a registry so that when you start dating in Iceland, there's an app, like a Tinder app.
Did you go on it when you went over there?
No, I have never been there, but I would love to go one day.
That would be an awesome experience.
But you have to go onto the app and put in your ancestry details so that you make sure you don't match before you match.
So,
because it could be your brother. Because the population's like 300,000
That's
people.
common sense.
No, but you could be out and about and you meet some girl and the next thing you know, you've got your arms around her and you end up back at your place. Then you go, hang on a minute, let's check the app. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm my cousin.
Yeah, you look a bit like me.
Jonathan,
we have the same dad.
Yeah.
Jonathan doesn't like to use the word addiction because he says, I feel so rewarded. It's absolutely wonderful. That's Jonathan there.
Oh, Jonathan.
He has slammed claims that he has played sperm roulette.
I don't know
Does
how
he
you play
get
that.
paid for it? Is it purely the addiction, or is it the money in
He
the
probably
bag?
does get... I think you do get paid.
Do you really?
For a deposit?
Has anyone here donated?
How'd you pay for your wedding, Leno? Is that legitimate or got the family input, mate, or you been at the bank cashing up?
Yeah, just got 2,000 future children ready to go.
Well, little Leno's. If you see some short people around the streets, that's Leno's.
Oh, Fitzy, have you done it?
No, I've never... Well, I had to give a...
sample.
A sample.
What for?
Well...
Just to check all the...
Vasectomy. You had your
that was the vasectomy. And I didn't know that there's a period of an hour that they have to test it. So you have to do it at a certain time, Kate, that it needs to be picked up and taken to the laboratory so they can test it straight away. After an hour, it's too late.
And
so unfortunately, I just kept going over an hour every time. And I had to go again and again.
Couldn't get it.
She said, no, we got it this time. And I said, are you sure?
You're sure? I'll go again here if you need. Remember you had Cooper... not Cooper. You had Beastie in the room.
That's right.
And you just couldn't do it with the dog.
Because it was
there.
the first time I ever had to give a sample, and I didn't know, and I was like, this is so weird. What is this situation? Ash is losing it.
I love it.
But
And the dog's looking
there
at
was a
you.
moment, Kate, where I was in the spare bedroom, and I looked over, and the dog's looking at me going, I need to be fed.
The dog was holding a rose at the time.
I need to be fed.
You were wearing
The dog
leather.
was saying, I need to be fed.
Huh? This is getting
my
really weird.
God, Fitzy.
I thought it was just go to the bank, mate.
Oh my good. Some people would quite like the dog there. Some people like that kind
Kate
of.
Richie.
Well,
I don't
everyone
know.
loves dogs, don't they? But
Yeah,
not
but-
like that.
Oh my God. Hey, Annie.
What do you do? Can I just ask, when you do that?
Oh, no. It's not, for me, it's not a very nice...
Well, it's a very natural thing to
It is. It's a
experience.
very natural thing, and we should be able to have open conversations about it. Are you putting it into one of those little yellow, when you have to give a urine sample? Is
Yes.
it into something like that?
It's a bigger little tube. No, well, it's not
Is
a
it a
tube. 'cause
jar?
It's like a jar. It's a bigger jar.
And do you have to get it in the jar?
Actually, that's actually.
2
I
litre
don't mean
milk
to be.
container.
I'm not trying to be rude or crass. I'm actually because I would imagine that sometimes in those situations it can get
It would be
very
hard.
messy.
It's very awkward.
Okay.
It is very awkward.
Spilt it all out. Do you know a friend of mine?
Especially
you're right,
when you're
Fitz.
standing up as well. It was. I
Oh,
don't
you
know.
a stand up?
Especially when you're at the bus stop.
Oh, the people at the bank were shocked.
I know, and do you know what?
Jenny at the teller.
Jenny at the Combank.
You know, I think it's only a couple of weeks away before I'm allowed back in the library.
Fitz and Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.